What's up, guys? I was asked by a YouTube commenter and some friends of mine, what are the differences between my previous 911, which was a 997.2 Carrera S, and my current 991 2015 GTS. Doing this is like if you have children comparing your two kids. It's not really a fair comparison. You really don't want to compare them. But since I had owned the previous generation and now own the current generation of 911, I kind of wanted to share my thoughts about the two of them and some of the differences. The 997 Carrera S is an excellent vehicle, but the 991 GTS is clearly a step up in several levels, and it should be. It's newer, it's been redesigned, and progress moves forward. It isn't quite an apples to apples comparison though. My 2009 911 was a Carrera S manual versus my current 911 is a 2015 Carrera GTS. So it's a step up in trim level as well. Plus my current GTS has the PDK transmission. So there's a number of differences there. One thing to consider though is that a 2009 Carrera S can be purchased right now for a lot less money than a brand new 2015 or 2016 GTS. So there's a value proposition there in owning a 997.2 911. Let's talk about one of the most important parts of owning a Porsche, and that is spirited driving. This is a driver's car, and they're both excellent in that regard. The GTS, maybe because it's a newer car, newer chassis, redesigned chassis, it takes it up a step. The GTS just seems to turn in sharper, it's more connected, it just flows with you. And it's not that the Carrera S didn't, it's just that the GTS has kind of moved the needle and improved. And here's why. It has a longer wheelbase, wider track. The GTS rides lower with 10 millimeters lowered suspension. It has a bigger wheel and tire package than the old Carrera S. It rides on 20-inch wheels versus the 19-inch wheels of the Carrera S. Wider as well, 305s in the back. In addition, it has the Porsche torque vectoring system on it, which may contribute to how sharp this car feels when it turns in. It just rotates very easily. You can carry incredible speed into corners, which is amazing. I've got to say a quick word about the engines. Now, obviously, the GTS being in a new and improved car, it's got more horsepower than the 997. The GTS comes with 430 horsepower versus the standard Carrera S with 385. Now, my Carrera S had the Fab Speed exhaust and intake kit. So I think it was pushing out more than 385, so it was a little bit more powerful than the standard Carrera S. But even still, the new 430 horsepower GTS engine is a wonder. It sounds fantastic. It revs so quickly. Obviously, with 430 horsepower, there's a clear advantage given to the GTS. It's just faster. So all of these things in combination just make the new 911 perform so much better than the previous generation. But that's not to say that the 997 previous generation was a slouch. No, it wasn't. I had so much fun with that car, and had I not driven the new GTS, I would not have known the difference. You can have a blast in the 997, so I don't want to slam that car as far as performance. It set a standard, but the standard has just been raised with the new GTS. What are some other differences? Well, obviously it's a redesigned car. This is the 991 body style, which I love. When I put my car, my previous car, next to this one, And there's a noticeable difference when they're sitting side by side. Obviously the 991 has a longer wheelbase, which does wonders for the proportions of the 911. It really, and also the car appears to be a little lower just in the body style. So it looks longer, wider, lower, and those proportions really make the 991 body style look fantastic. I have to say that's a big difference between the two cars, the 997 and the 991. Beautiful, beautiful update. The new 991 version of the interior is a nice improvement over what I had in my previous 997 interior. How they laid it out, how it's designed, how the center console comes down, just the dials, everything clearly looks like an upgrade. Some people may have criticized all the buttons down the center console, similar to how it's done in the Panamera, but I think that adds a level of class and elegance to the interior. So it's a beautiful update, so that's a big improvement over the old car that I had before. I should say a quick word about the 18-way adjustable sports seats in the new car. They are great. They are very comfortable. Obviously, with that many adjustments, you can tailor it to your body, but it's the added bolstering on your sides, shoulders, on either side of your thighs that really makes you feel integrated and part of the car, especially when you're doing spirited driving. Again, I have the GTS package, which comes with the Alcantara inserts. That also makes you feel stuck like glue to the seats, which is a benefit when you are really going at a rapid pace and taking the curves. So I fully endorse those 18-way adjustable seats. My 997 had the standard all leather seats, and I can really feel the difference between the two. I should also mention that you sit really down in the car, the new GTS, versus the Carrera S. By comparison, I felt like I was sitting higher. So the seating position and the lowered suspension and all of that together make you really feel integrated with the new GTS. Yes, I got the GTS option, which included this deviated stitching, which is beautiful, this red stitching over the black leather, added Alcantara, you know, in a lot of places, headliner, seats, doors, in the dash, which looks really, really nice. So to wrap up, I think that the new 991 version of the 911 GTS is a fantastic car. I'm still so happy with it, but I want to give props to the 997 Carrera 2S that I had. It too was a fantastic car. Had this new one not come along, had I not drove the new GTS, I would have been incredibly happy with the Carrera 2S. That car was an amazing car, and I think it's ahead of its time, you know. And that may sound weird, but I think Porsche really develops the hell out of a car and out of a sports car. So no matter what generation 911 you have, they're great. So enjoy if you have an older version. If you're looking at the new GTS, it is worth the upgrade. It is worth investing in. There are some clear benefits. So anyway, I hope you find this video helpful. I enjoyed making it, mainly because I enjoy driving. So you guys be safe out there and have fun. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe, and check out the other videos listed in the description below. Till next time.